Hey y'all, welcome back. This is going to be episode 2 of the Diamond Star set. And last episode I didn't get a chance to show you the wrapper that I have. So this is the Diamond Stars wrapper. It's almost see-through. It's pretty cool looking, but it's very fragile. And last week we covered the cards number 2 through 5. And that was Al Simmons, Rabbit Marinville, Buddy Meyer, and Tom Bridges. This week, we're going to be covering 4 different players. Cards numbers 6, 7, 8, and 10. And I don't have card number 9. That's Mickey Cochran. So again, I haven't found the right opportunity on that card yet. But for these players, there's really not a lot of information. And so I'll tell you the little bit of information I have. The most information I have is on this player right here, which is Max Bishop. There we go. So a little bit about Max Bishop. He was born in 1899 in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. He made his major league debut as a second baseman for the Philadelphia Athletics. And then while with the Athletics, Max helped the team get to the World Series 3 times, winning 2 back-to-back series in 1929 and 1930. They did go again in 1931, but lost to St. Louis. And during all 18 World Series games, Max handled 69 fielding chances without an error. And between 1925 and 1928, Bishop had a 400 on-base percentage and led the AL second baseman in fielding percentage. In 1933, with the onset of the Great Depression and declining attendance, Connie Mack sought to reduce expenses by selling or trading his best players. In addition to Max Bishop being traded to the Boston Red Sox, other players included Al Simmons, Jimmy Dykes, and Lefty Grove. Some of Max Bishop's stats: his batting average was .271. He had 41 home runs and 379 RBIs. They're not the best stats, but that's because he was one of the hardest batters to strike out and walked more than he got hits. So his career on-base percentage of .423 is the 15th highest in Major League history. Bishop had the second highest career secondary average among second basemen behind Joe Morgan. And twice he walked 8 times in a doubleheader, and twice drew 5 walks in a single game to become the only major leaguer to do this twice. He recorded a 2.55 walk to strikeout ratio, and his walk percentage has only been surpassed by Ted Williams. After his major league career, he made his last major league appearance on September 21st, 1935, and he went to the Portland Beavers to be a player manager. Well, then he got injured in 1936, and he never played baseball again. And he went on to being a scout for the Detroit Tigers for 1 season. And then in 1938, he started a 25-year career as the head coach for the U.S. Navy Academy baseball team. The stadium is named in his honor. Max Bishop died at the age of 62 in his hometown of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania in 1962. What I like about this card is the blue sky. I like his batting stance, but I really like the background. So I like the player in the background who's fielding, and I like the grandstands in the background too. And this is a greenback, and it covers batting tips, talking about laying off the foul balls and things like that. So that's Max Bishop. The next card is card number 7, and that's Lou Fonseca. So Lou Fonseca was born in 1899 in Oakland, California. He made his major league debut as a second baseman in 1921 for the Cincinnati Reds. He played for 12 years and coached for 2 years. He played for the Cincinnati Reds from 1921 to 1924. He played for the Philadelphia Phillies in 1925, the Cleveland Indians from 1927 to 1931, and the Chicago White Sox from 1931 to 1933, but he was also a manager from 1932 to 1934. So this card represents him as a manager. And Lou was a good contact hitter for the most of his career. His best year was in 1921 while he was with the Indians. He had a .369 batting average, and he won the AL batting title. He was plagued by injuries, which prematurely ended his career as a player. And as a manager, Fonseca was one of the first to use film in analyzing games and finding flaws in players. Fonseca died in Ely, Iowa at the age of 90 in 1989. The next card is card number 8, and that is Joe Vosmick. So Joe Vosmick was born in 1910 in Cleveland, Ohio. He made his major league debut as an outfielder in 1930 for the Cleveland Indians. He was with the Indians from 1930 to 1936. He had his best season in 1935 as he was voted to the American League All-Star team as a right fielder. He finished third in voting that year for the MVP. He led the league in hits and doubles and triples that year. Other teams he played for were the St. Louis Browns, the Boston Red Sox, the Brooklyn Dodgers, and the Washington Senators. Although I could not find a record of service, I believe he served in World War II because he had a gap between 1941 and 1944. He played for 13 seasons total, and from 1947 to 1951, he was a manager in the minor league system of the Indians. And Joe Vosmick died in his hometown in Cleveland in 1962 at the age of 51. And this is a greenback, and it provides batting tips talking about the follow-through. And what I like about this card is the catcher behind Joe. He's doing his follow-up swing, and the catcher's kneeling behind him and behind the plate. And I just really love the detail of the uniform. A lot of different color variations used in this card. And the last card, card number 9, I don't have. Again, like I said, that's Mickey Cochran, and I haven't acquired that card yet. Card number 10 is Roy Mahaffey. There is a variation of this card where he doesn't have the athletics symbol on his shirt. Roy Mahaffey, born 1904 in Belton, South Carolina. He made his major league debut as a pitcher in 1926 for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he played a total of 9 years. He was with the Pirates from 1926 to 1927. Then he was traded to the Philadelphia Athletics from 1930 to 1935, and he finished his career with the St. Louis Browns in 1936. Roy doesn't have great statistics. He had a 67 to 49 win-loss record and an ERA of 5. And this is also a greenback, and it covers pitching tips. It covers the recovery. And this card is from 1935. Again, the contrast of all of these cards, with the Art Deco design, but the contrast of this card is what I like, and I like the little player over here in the far distance background, and I like the flags over the grandstands in the red sky of this card. All right, so these are the cards that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and tune in next week for the next 4 cards of my collection. Y'all take care.